Hello everyone, Crypto Explorer here. Welcome back on the channel. Hope you're doing great. Let's talk about Wolf Capital once again. This past week's trading report shows us another green week, closing with a portfolio value increase in the order of 13%, a little over that. And actually, this is the second week in a row that we see this type of performance. The previous week even had higher increase in the value in the order of 14% in the portfolio, and yeah, it has just been working out really good for Wolf Capital, especially in a bear market. These trades only have the potential to grow even further in the middle of a bull run, but regardless, we have been witnessing Wolf Capital running for the past over 2 months, and every single week brought us a result that is an increase to portfolio value. Some weeks were showing results which were lower in the order of 6, 7, 8%, one digit increase in value, but overall, every single week has closed on the green, meaning that every single week the portfolio value of Wolf Capital has been increasing. It's looking good for investors, and this is easily one of the most bullish protocols in DeFi right now. Earlier today, we also saw another mark being accomplished, over 2.5 million USDC deposits into Wolf Capital. Just goes to show, guys, this project, like I said in my previous video, was picking momentum. The community has been supporting it so far, and I believe even the people who might have been doubting if the team was able to pull this off, they must be already pretty much sold by now about what the potential is for this protocol. Actually, let's go in the depth, and I'm going to show you that actually we witnessed for the past month of April. April has not yet come to an end, but the total users right now are very much close to the doubling the numbers that we had when entering the month of April. I remember back then total users were at around 850, something like that, and right now we are very close to doubling the total users for just 1 month, and it's really impressive growth for the protocol. So let's jump into the Dune analytics to just get a hold on the type of information that we can just take from Wolf Capital. I gotta warn you, Dune Analytics, this is just made by a user on Dune, and it might not be 100% accurate info, but it's a really good and handy tool for everyone to gauge what's happening with any DeFi project that is being delivered by any community member here on Dune. Okay, so let's look at the daily wallet numbers just to give you more info about the numbers that I was just telling you about the community's growth in Wolf Capital. Daily new wallets, clearly for the month of April, we saw a noticeable increase. There was a big number of wallets joining in on the first week of the project. So when it launched on February 16th, when March came in, the whole month was a little bit lower in new wallets, but still on April, we noticed a significant increase, and there's numbers that range anything in between 40 wallets, 25. There's in the less busy days we saw like a dozen wallets, 15 wallets here on April 22nd, and it goes to show every single day there's at least a couple, one dozen, a couple dozen wallets on average joining in on Wolf Capital, and that translates with the already mentioned 2.5 million deposits. And further, even we have the info here for yesterday, 25th of April, daily deposits reached another record, 173,000 USDC deposited only yesterday, breaking the previous record that dated back from April the 14th. So, roughly 10 days ago, there was a record, and we are basically witnessing records being broken every other week in Wolf Capital. That's just amazing. And let's take a further look at what the overall in and outflow of funds from the protocol has been showing us. So the project launched on February 16th, right? And the first red, there are two type of red candles here. The first type is the daily withdrawals, which is the unstaking, the funds that unstake after the 60 days lock period. And there's the daily claims, which is the 7-day cycles that people can withdraw from the contract. That's why the first candle regarding daily claims only happens here on the date of the 22nd of February, which is 7 days after the project launching on February 16th, right? So from here on, people have been withdrawing their profits from the protocol. It has been paying up to 2% since this point in time, and only on April the 17th, we noticed the first dark red candle, which is the daily withdrawals, the already mentioned unstaking. So this is what, for the most part, people could be wondering what would be happening to Wolf Capital when this point in time would come. And because, well, look at the graph. I mean, on the left side, you can see there were a tremendous number of deposits on the first couple of days of the platform being live, and people were wondering if those funds would be taken out from the TVL. People would be unstaking their funds, bringing Wolf Capital to struggle. But the case is that we don't see any significant number of funds being claimed, and that's for the most part because from here on people can unstake at any time when that 60-day period lock just happens to be met. People can take their funds at any point in time from there on. But for the most part, I think most of the community is already sold on how reliable the platform is and how safe it is. So no one is second guessing what will happen to their funds, and they rather to just leave them there to be generating passive income to them on a daily basis. So that's why you only see these tiny r- dark red candles from April the 17th onwards, and it's a drop on the ocean if you consider those withdrawals. Even when compared with daily claims, there's a significant higher amount of daily claims volume going out of the contract than compared with the unstaking from users. So what happens is that the users who do unstake, they will no longer be earning uh, passive rewards from those same stakes, and that's just how the protocol is meant to be running. There are a couple of very important news also to be shared with you about the previous migration that happened last week. With that update to the proxy contract, we are now seeing Wolf Capital to going closer to that goal of 0% Ponzinomics by just simply adjusting the daily yield. Right now, the protocol is no longer paying a static yield daily, and the yield can be easily adjusted by the team without any constraint to users. That's also one of the big benefits of the already mentioned migration, that the contract can just be simply updated uh, by the team without much constraints to users, without having to just freeze the app for maintenance, for example. And also, when it comes to security, there has been a significant upgrade inserted by the team. Right now, there's a multi-sig necessary when funds are withdrawn from the contract, meaning that both Uriah, the dev, and the owner, Trav, they both need to give the thumbs up in order for funds to be allowed to be withdrawn from the TVL. So it's further security measures, just reassuring the community of how safe everyone's funds are when investing with Wolf Capital. Also, very important news, the daily percentage now, since the yield is dynamic, right? The daily percentage has dropped from a max of 2% to 1.45%, and that's just the necessary readjustments once again to just keep the project going to reach that goal of 0% Ponzinomics. That's the whole point that was behind designing Wolf Capital, and that's what the team is committed to bringing to the community and to their investors. Also, they are currently working on registering Wolf Capital as a business. So it's on the works by the team to make it to be a legal company. So at the eyes of governments, the law, everything will be legit and further strengthening, solidifying the position of Wolf Capital in DeFi and overall in business throughout the world. Okay, so these are very important and significant changes about what has been happening for Wolf Capital in the past week. Later on today, there will be another AMA handed by the team. Everyone can reach out to those AMAs. The link for the Twitter, Discord, and Telegram is here on the Wolf Capital Dap. I will also link it under in the description. And the Telegram channel is where they handle their AMAs with their community. Okay, so that's all I had to share with you for today about Wolf Capital. They will also be pushing another marketing campaign for the next season of Wolf Capital. That means for the next 60 days. And yeah, guys, let's see what brings the future brings to Wolf Capital. But like I said, it's easily one of the most bullish DeFi projects currently, and the room for improvement for growth is still a lot, because can you imagine where this project can go in a bull run? I mean, it's the potential is huge, right? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave that comment and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more of this type of content, because I'm gonna wrap this one up right now, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe. You know how crazy crypto can get, and I'll see you on the next one.